Welcome to TradeTheNBI.com. This is John. Support is for the 29th, and we expected support to hold at the 76% right there, given what we were seeing from our NBI readings. The fact that we're still in a complete reset from a steel standpoint just isn't enough short activity to drive things. What we did get is a close of the magenta higher. Hasn't quite crossed over, but one continuation of that, and then you've got yourself a new buy configuration, but you also got to look for that blue here to cross back above as well. So not horrible, but not exactly stellar either. It's just sort of that basing phase. We will be watching the shakeout to see whether it flips to negative or not, because that becomes critical. You need to start seeing a histogram build from here, and that would mean a breakout to new highs. So that's where things are setting up for new fund money coming in the beginning of the month, which will be more towards the end of the week next week. NQ, same thing. Did exactly as expected there as well. And you can see that strong gold rise within this is enough to keep things stabilized. But again, if you do get that dip of steel below negative 13.5, then yeah, we're in more of a precarious spot where you'd have to consider there's going to be a little lag. You could get more softness going across before that turns around, and that's going to be seen very clearly when the new fund money comes in, because it's going to skyrocket straight back up. From a treasury standpoint, nothing happening there. And then we move over to oil. Problem. Yeah, broke out above the range, and that range, unfortunately, means that now we're in a potential situation where if it doesn't cool off quickly, you've got an inflationary setup. Euro, yeah, just supported off the base there, but the dollar short move is starting to be a little thin for people. Gold continuing its push, and it's not going to stop. No questions. All that's still the same, that we've discussed. No new world events that are really impacting these things. Bitcoin still at the base. We knew that from its NBI white spike there, that it was headed back to the zero, and it's done that. So that's pretty big weakness relative to what you see from ETH, who's supported back on his 50%. So bifurcation there between the two. Readings relatively close though. And so that's what it looks like from a 50K standpoint. We ended up with an NBI white spike though, with magenta over. A brief moment it came down, but it popped right back up, and that pushed things back over the 50%. But then magenta crossed back over. A little bit of softness. But pretty much from that point, magenta was leading, and then once you had the magenta leading with NBI white rising, that's a short cover rally guaranteed for you. That finished things out at the end of the month setup from there. For a 5-minute chart, yeah, options play all the way through, and that's going to start up for the start of this week. So that's the long and the short of it. Pretty quick, but pretty straightforward. As always, anything relevant, I will put it on our team chat and get ready for indicators for October. We should have some excitement in October, that's for sure.